Choosing a website hosting company is one of the most important decisions a website owner can make. Choose well and you'll have a super fast, high-performing, reliable and secure website. Choose badly and you can be plagued with downtime, slow loading pages and security threats. In this video, I'm going to share with you 12 essential questions that you need to ask before choosing a website hosting company. Armed with this information, you'll be sure to choose the right hosting package for you and your websites. Be sure to stick around for question number 12 because that's one of the most important questions, as it can help you avoid some nasty surprises on your credit card statement. Hi, I'm Alex from Brainstorm Force, and I've been creating websites for over 15 years. So before we jump into the questions, let's just clarify what website hosting actually is. Web hosting companies have high performance computers that are always connected to the internet. These computers are called servers. When you take out a web hosting service, you get access to these servers, and that enables you to upload your website or install WordPress, and then that website is then accessible by anyone who's on the internet. So that's website hosting in a nutshell. But why do you need good website hosting? There's 3 good reasons to get good website hosting. The first is performance. By having a super fast website, your visitors are happy, and also search engines like Google are happy, as they tend to rank high-performing websites above slower sites. The second reason is reliability. You want your website to be available for your visitors all of the time. Downtime costs money. A website that's down can't generate any income. So it's vitally important that you have a website hosting company that has a great record for uptime. The third reason why you need a good website hosting company is support. When things go wrong, which they invariably do, you want to be sure that you can reach out to your website hosting company and get those problems resolved without too much stress. If you want to save some time when it comes to finding a good web hosting company, we've got a list of our favorite web hosting companies over on the Brainstorm Force website. You'll find a link to it in the description. So let's get on with the 12 important questions that you need to ask before choosing a website hosting company. First is, what type of website hosting do you need? There are a number of different options available, and the one you choose is going to depend on your budget and on your needs. When it comes to budget, the price of web hosting does vary considerably, with some plans starting from just a few dollars a month, going all the way up to $50 or $60 a month. So think about the kind of money that you have available for your website hosting, and this is going to depend on whether you're creating a brand new website from scratch or you already have an existing website that's generating some income. The next thing you want to consider is how much traffic your website's getting. More traffic is going to demand more performance, and this is going to affect the hosting that you're going to need. 2 other important things to consider when choosing your plan and your hosting type is the amount of bandwidth you're going to require and the amount of storage space you need. You should be able to get a rough idea on this by looking at the amount of traffic that you're getting and the type of website that you have. For example, a website that's got a lot of images is going to need a lot more storage space. So what types of website hosting are available? We've got a detailed video going through the different types available on the Brainstorm Force channel, so be sure to check that out. You'll find a link to it in the description. I'll just take you through a few of the types briefly now. The first type is WordPress hosting, which, as the name suggests, is hosting specifically for WordPress websites. The thing I like about WordPress hosting is it's perfect if you're running WordPress websites. With this hosting, WordPress is installed and it's updated and it's basically ready to go. You don't have to worry about installation or anything like that. It's great for beginners and it's great for people that are just running WordPress. However, of course, if you're running some other type of website, it's not going to be suitable for you. Another option when it comes to hosting is shared hosting. Now, of course, you can install WordPress on all of the different types of hosting, but with shared hosting, it can be used for other things too. Shared hosting, as the name suggests, is where you share a bit of a server with other customers. This is perfect for simple websites or personal blogs, and it also means that the cost is generally a lot cheaper than the other hosting types. It's great for sites that aren't getting a huge amount of traffic, say something less than 20,000 visits a month. The one problem with it is that performance is not always as great as some of the other hosting types available. Next up, we've got VPS hosting. This is similar to shared hosting, but you actually get a separate virtual server. This is great because it's like having your very own mini server and you're allocated your own resources. So performance is generally much better than shared hosting. VPS hosting is generally more expensive than both WordPress hosting and shared hosting. And one of the problems with it is because you are allocated some fixed resources, if you quickly need to scale up the performance, maybe because you get a surge of traffic, it can take a little while to do that. It's not as flexible as, say, cloud hosting, which we'll get to in a moment. Next up, we've got the serious hosting. It's dedicated hosting where you get your very own server, all for yourself. With dedicated hosting, you're guaranteed a high performance solution. So it's perfect for websites that are getting a lot of traffic or running some very resource intensive applications. The disadvantage with dedicated hosting is that it's pretty expensive. It's more expensive than all of the other types of hosting available. But I think you'll know when you need a dedicated server when your website reaches a certain point with its revenue and traffic numbers. Finally, there is cloud hosting, which basically uses a collection of servers and adjusts them depending on your needs. This is great should you get a spike in website traffic because it means it can quickly change the number of resources that are allocated to your website and scale up the performance very quickly. It's a great alternative to a VPS solution, and it's really good for websites that are growing. Cloud hosting is generally very good value, and the one disadvantage would be that you probably need a little bit of technical knowledge in order to get the most out of it. The next questions I'm going to share with you are ones that you're going to want to think about when you're actually choosing a website hosting company. You're going to want to check out their website or maybe reach out to their sales team to get the answers to these ones. The first question is, how easy is it to change package or hosting type? As your website grows and changes, your needs are probably going to change as well. So you're going to want to know how easy it is to switch hosting type or change the package that you're on. With most hosting companies, this is fairly straightforward, but it's certainly something you're going to want to check. The next question you're going to want to ask is what kind of server reliability they offer. What is their track record when it comes to uptime? Most website hosting companies will publish this on their website, so be sure to check it out. But also do some research on YouTube or on Google, find some real reviews and find out if anyone's had any problem with downtime. Websites like WP Shout and Pingdom are also worth checking out as these guys continually monitor all of the major hosting companies. You'll find links to these in the description of this video. Question number 5 in this list of 12 questions is, what is their backup policy? How often are they going to be making backups of your website? Is it going to be daily, weekly, fortnightly, or maybe even monthly? Of course, the more regular, the better. You'll also want to check how easy it is to restore backups. Does it involve you just pressing a button, or do you need to raise a ticket and reach out to their support team? The next question to ask is how many websites you can host with them. If you're a website owner with a portfolio of different websites, you're going to want to probably host them all in one place to keep things easy and to get the best value for money. So double check the plans offered by the hosting company to make sure it's going to be sufficient for your needs, whether it's the number of websites you're planning to create or the number of websites that you already own. The next question, which is kind of similar, is do they support any add-on domains? Maybe you've got a website that's got multiple domains pointing at it. This is where add-on domains come in. Most hosting companies do offer add-on domains, but there may be a limit in terms of the number of domains that you can point at one particular website. So be sure to ask this question. The thing with websites is that things sometimes go wrong. Maybe you install a dodgy plugin. Maybe you run an update that doesn't complete successfully. It's when these things happen that you need some help. So next question to ask is, what kind of support do they offer? The things you want to look out for is when their technical support is available. Do they offer 24/7 support? You'll also want to check how you reach that support. Is it via a chat system? Maybe they use tickets, or possibly it's via the phone. When you do reach out to them, what is their average response time like? Generally, if you use a chat service, it can be pretty quick. That is unless, of course, they have long queue times. So double check reviews and see their past performance when it comes to support. Like all relationships, sometimes things just don't work out. So the next question you need to ask yourself is, what happens if I'm not happy? Do they offer a guarantee, a money back guarantee, so that you can cancel your plan and get your money back, no questions asked, no worries. Most hosting companies do offer this, but you're going to want to check how long it lasts for and if there's any small print regarding it. Right, we're up to question number 10. Remember to stick around till question 12 because that's a really important one. But for question number 10, you're going to want to find out what extra features they offer with their hosting. One of the most important and essential features, I think, is an SSL certificate. You're going to want your website to be served over a HTTPS connection. And I think most hosting companies offer this as standard now, but just double check. Other features that hosting companies sometimes offer are things like a CDN, which is a content delivery network, which can improve the performance of your website by making sure that it's served by servers that are near your visitors. Some hosting companies offer a free domain name, which is nice, and others offer email services. So just double check which features are available, as it could really sweeten the deal. Question number 11 is to consider what security features they offer. Keeping your website safe and secure is essential, as hacks and malware do happen. So double check the features. Maybe they offer a firewall, maybe they auto update your plugins, or maybe they have a vulnerability scanner. A hacked website is bad for visitors and it's bad for search engines. So security should be of high importance to you. And here's the final question, question number 12, which is, what is the renewal cost? A lot of website hosting companies reel you in and get you hooked with a really juicy deal. But you're going to want to check what the price jumps up to when you get to the end of your initial term. Sometimes the price increase from the promo offer to the regular price can be quite significant. So be sure to check it out to avoid any shocks in the future. A bonus tip on this is that generally if you sign up for a longer term at the beginning when you take out the hosting, that's the best way to ensure that you can keep that low price for as long as possible. So there are the 12 questions. I've got one bonus one actually for you, and that is to check if they have a website migration service or feature. This is great if you're moving existing websites to a new website host because they'll take care of that movement process. Moving a website can be quite a stressful experience, so it's nice to get the professionals to help you with it. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button below for loads more WordPress related videos. Until next time, I wish you the best of luck with your websites. See you later.